Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to learn PayPal Braintree. So I was integrating this on a website, and I found that there is no helpful tutorials about this in a depth. So I like to cover this out as I'm learning as doing these things out as well. Okay. So first of all thing is that with like any other um, payment gateways, it also have a sandbox mode. So let me log out first on the sandbox mode. So this is the sandbox for the Braintree actually. So you can go and sign it up over here. If you click on this, you can sign up from this section, or you can do a login with your PayPal account if you have already. So Braintree is actually a subsection for the PayPal as well. So if you logged into the system for the very first time, just clicking on this thing, you will not see this dashboard. Here you will see your credentials. So after making the first transaction, then only you can see this information. Before that, only the credentials will be shown over here. So now on the Braintree, we are going to cover the subscription section, the total subscription section. So first we would create a customer, then we allocated a plan to that customer, and then we will do a subscription for that customer. Okay. So now if you have to find the credential, you have to click on these settings on the API section. If you go onto this, here is the public key, the private key is hidden, and there are all other different keys, the merchant IDs and all those stuff. All you can get from this section. Now coming to this page on the main section, you have to go to the subscription section. So this is the most uh, useful part and most used part with the Braintree is the subscription section. Okay, so let's cover this out. Once you're in the subscription section, first you have to create a customer. So we would like to see how we can create and each and everything with the APIs. So first we are creating a customer. So once we are creating a customer, you can see you just have to give this payload to this. Now the first name, last name, email ID, phone number, company, fax, website. Company fax and website are not mandatory fields. They are just required if you have this information regarding registration of the customer. The payment nouns is actually a fake validate ones, because I am not giving any kind of payment information right now when I'm registering the customer. But if we go into the documentation on this, and if we click on this subscription section, or on the subscription, on the customer section, if you go on this customer section, if you go and choose the Node.js part on this, I think, yeah, and you can scroll down a little bit on this, you can find the CCV number, cardholder name, expiry date, expiry month. So you need to have the number. You have to send the card number while registering. Actually, it will give you a token. So now let us see. Okay, first we can create a customer. Would like to create a customer, the first customer that we're getting created. So the customer is getting created, and I'm also using a MongoDB. So the information is getting saved on the MongoDB. So there is a response that MongoDB and the Braintree results. So you can see my customer ID is just like this, the merchant ID is this, and if you scroll down, there is no payment information. But if you go into the credit card information that is written by the Braintree, you can see everything is there, all this information. And here is a token. This token is actually required for creating subscription. For now, if we go into the subscription section, and if we go into the plan section, not the plan, in the vault section actually, and if I search the customer, I can see one customer has been created. And if you can see, the ID is 1716, and you can go and get that 1716. This is the ID. So the customer is created with this information actually. Now after creating a customer, so when people will registering in your system, they will be created automatically in this section with the payment gateway information, so they can be charged later on. Now there are other section also, update customer. So in the update customer, this is pretty much the same, just need to the customer id. So if you copy this customer id over here and put this customer id on this section and use this update will work. Okay, so the update will be working, no problem with this. Find customer. So if you have to find any kind of customer, you can use this customer id and api to find this customer. Actually we are using npm package, but it does not show all the information. So I have collectively, as I'm processing with a production unit of things, I'm collectively working on the APIs, and that is why I have collected all the APIs that are required. So find customer will give you the return of the information. So customer information is fully returned. You can see everything is been returned for that customer. So when we creating a customer, fake validate ounce is actually the thing that is creating every validation information or every payment information for that customer. For us, it's a fake one for the sample test. So update is gone. Now find, we can find, and we can definitely delete that customer if we wanted to delete that person. Exactly. Now after that, we have to create the plan that we need for our customer to subscribe. So if we go into the GUI interface of it, so if we go into the subscription section, if you go into the plan section, and you can create a new plan. This is absolutely the same with the API as well. So there are, the plan ID is auto generate the plan name, description, the price, the currency, trial period, everything, billing cycle and everything. So if I go into the API, the name is there, the description is there, the trial period is false. If you make a trial period true, then there are two more options that will I will be covering out when I'm going to cover the code for this. The billing frequency, once been every month, quarterly is 3, yearly is 24, right? 6 months is 6. So if you go and give 6 months, then 6 months billing is happening actually. Okay, including the trial period. So if you go into the API, my trial period is false actually. And the currency code, obviously in which currency you are trying to charge the customer, and the amount. So I would like to make a number 20 and monthly one, and this I want to create. So I want to just press create, and once I press create, a ID comes in and the plan has been created. So if you go into the plans, there are two plans that has been created, the 21, the 21. 21 was the previous one, and the 20 is the plan that I've created right now. So it can be deleted as well. So plan once used by a customer cannot be deleted anymore. The plan is free, that is why can be deleted. So if you go into this section, you can see still. Now list all the plans. So all the plans that are in your account, you can list them. So this is very helpful when you are doing the admin. So admin do not have to log in into the section or anywhere else in the production unit work. Admin can go into the admin panel and see what are the plans they have created, and they can modify the plans from there. Find the plan. So if you want to find a particular plan, so you can find that plan as well for a single plan, right? And update the plan. In the update the plan, the name and description can be updated, the price can be updated, but the billing cycle cannot be updated once it is used or it has been created. So this is the main part for the plan. Now creating a subscription. The creating a subscription is very much easy. So you have to pass two of the parameters. The first one is the plan ID. So I have the plan ID. The plan ID is showing over here. I can use this plan ID as well. Plan ID. And if I go to the create customer, I can find that token, this one. So this is the token for the customer. So this both these two can be used to create a subscription. Once a subscription has been created, a subscription ID is been returned out from the system. So if I go into the subscription, if I go into search, you can see one of the subscription has been created, the 74866Q 6Q subscription has been created, $20. Edit or cancel. Now if you go into the plan section, the see the delete button has been gone and active one is written over there. You cannot delete anymore the plan. Okay, the subscription is been created. Now let's dive into the code and APIs and how I have built this entire system. Now there is also another part that I want to cover before I go into the code. There is a API section. On the API section there is a webhook as well, so you can create your own webhook as well. So once you create the webhook, you can get notification sending customer the refund notification, alert notification, subscription notification, everything from this webhook. Exactly. Okay, so this is also very helpful and we often use webhook, right? In the Stripe, in the Razorpay, we often use webhooks, right? So this is also an important part as a section. So I'd like to go for the Sublime. Okay, now let's dive into the code. This is a very simple Express application. I'm using MongoDB and just created a single page where everything is been written. Now I have just made a model of the user which is storing the information just for in case, just creating a real-time scenario over there. Okay, so informations are coming in. There are three kind of information. The environment is sandbox. If you want to make it live, just give it live. Merchant ID, public key and private key. Once you create the account, the first thing, three things, you will get these three things actually. So you have need to store that. I am storing that on my env file. So generate token is a helper function that can generate a JWT token for you onto this section with the useful of the nouns. But generate payment token, this is actually now generate token is a JWT token generator. This is a helpful function. So the first function is the create customer function, and as you can see, the gateway is a global object over here. The gateway. Now the gateway, first name, last name, email, phone number, company, fax, website. After this, I'm creating another section about payment method creation. Now this is the method creation when nouns will be coming from the front end part. Actually, on the front end you would like to request onto the servers, and then you will get the noun, and then you will send the noun to this part. Once you submit the information of the card number and everything, the nouns will be generated. Once this nouns is getting, you can create the nouns and combine the customer with that nouns actually. So nouns is the main thing. Actually, it is a tokenization of the card, the whole card payment method that is going to be called. Okay, so now I'm after creating this, so I have a callback function way of doing this. I have a async and await of doing this. I'm also having a then and catch method of doing this. So there are three methods that has been displayed everywhere. So for the customer section, the callback function is being used. So you can see the error and results are coming in into this section, and I'm retaining all the information over here. And obviously I'm creating a new users with this, where customer ID and payment tokens are getting saved. Okay, now if I go into this update customer, the same thing is happening, but I'm just um, sending the customer ID over here. So it's all built up. So you can use this code. Definitely you should be putting a try catch. This is not production ready. You should be putting a try catch and obviously authenticating users for each and every steps that they takes. But pretty much 70 to 75% of the code has been written over here. So you can utilize this on your project as well. Okay, so this is where it's getting returned. Now find customer, the find customer one, this one, the find customer. So I have written the name like that, find customer. So find customer will give you the information, just sending the customer ID, and delete customer is the same. With the customer ID it will get deleted. Now create plan. Now I have also put an information over here about create plans. First, monthly billing, 3 quarterly billing, semi annually billing, 12-month billing, and 24-month billing. So every type of billing is there, and also there are three part. I was discussing on this API that when you creating a plan, there is an option for trial period option, right? Here is the trial period option, and if you go, there are three parameters to this. The trial period, if it's a boolean, it takes duration. So the duration can be taken as 1, 2, 3, 4, anything like that. If you put a 0, the plan will start itself from that particular date. It will not start anything later. It will start immediately. Trial duration you need. It can be day or month. It has been written over here, specified over here. It has been also specified on the documentation as well. I mean, in the plan documentation, I think so. Yeah. Create plans. If you go, there are everything is written over here, right, on this. So for easiness, I have put in these comments over here as well. So once created, the plans is been created. Now list plans. So if you go into this list plan section, you can see the plans are getting listed. Pretty much straightforward. I'm just simply for everyone understanding, I have just put in like this way: find plan, everything like this, and update plan. That is all the same information, just you can update this these fields only, right? I have put in a default value of USD over here. Now create subscription. The subscriptions can be created obviously, and the subscription can be deleted obviously. Now here I am using async and await. Okay, so you can see and here I am using then and catch, and on the top I was using a callback function. So I have demonstrated it in a three ways. So you can use it into the Node.js or any application or in JavaScript or anything like that. Whatever you want, you can use this code in the behalf of that. Absolutely. And one single, if you wanted to make a single transaction, you can also make a single transaction as well. So I think this is pretty much all the things I have covered out. And once you create the transactions, everything is visible onto the screen, and you can go and get the information, right? So I think everything is been cleared out. If this video helps you, please give a like and do subscribe to my channel. I would be definitely sharing all the codes on the description. Thank you so much for watching this video.